Understanding complex post-traumatic stress disorder, CPTSD, healing from past trauma, and reclaiming a fulfilling life. Complex post-traumatic stress disorder, CPTSD, is a psychological condition that can develop after experiencing prolonged trauma or repeated traumatic events. Unlike post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, which typically occurs after a single traumatic event, CPTSD stems from ongoing abuse, neglect, or other forms of trauma that persist over a period of time. This video aims to shed light on the signs of CPTSD, its impact on a person's life, its causes, and the best ways to heal from it. Signs and symptoms of CPTSD. 1. Emotional dysregulation. Intense and unpredictable emotions, including fear, anger, shame, and sadness, often accompanied by difficulty in managing or expressing these emotions appropriately. 2. Hyperarousal. Persistent feelings of being on edge, hypervigilance, and an exaggerated startle response, making it challenging to relax or feel safe. 3. Dissociation. A sense of detachment from oneself or reality, often as a coping mechanism to escape overwhelming emotions or memories. 4. Negative self-perception. Persistent feelings of worthlessness, shame, and self-blame, leading to low self-esteem and a distorted self-image. 5. Interpersonal difficulties. Struggles with forming and maintaining healthy relationships, often marked by trust issues, fear of abandonment, and a tendency to isolate oneself. 6. Cognitive distortions. Distorted beliefs about oneself, others, and the world, including feelings of guilt, a constant sense of impending danger, and a belief that the world is inherently unsafe. Impact on a person's life. CPTSD can have profound effects on various aspects of a person's life, including 1. Relationships. Difficulties in establishing and maintaining healthy relationships, as the fear of vulnerability and past trauma can hinder trust and intimacy. 2. Work and productivity. Challenges in concentration, decision-making, and maintaining consistent performance due to heightened anxiety and emotional dysregulation. 3. Self-perception. Negative self-image and low self-esteem can hinder personal growth, hinder the pursuit of goals, and prevent individuals from realizing their full potential. 4. Physical health. CPTSD can manifest in physical symptoms such as chronic pain, gastrointestinal issues, sleep disturbances, and compromised immune function due to the prolonged stress response. Also, people with CPTSD can have lots of ACEs that can negatively affect their physical and mental health. Causes of CPTSD. CPTSD typically arises from prolonged or repeated traumatic experiences such as 1. Childhood abuse. Physical, emotional, or sexual abuse during childhood, including neglect or exposure to domestic violence. 2. War or conflict. Experiences of combat, captivity, or exposure to war-related violence and trauma. 3. Long-term relationship abuse. Sustained emotional, physical, or psychological abuse in intimate relationships. 4. Systemic oppression and discrimination. Persistent exposure to discrimination, racism, or other forms of systemic trauma. Healing from CPTSD. While healing from CPTSD is a complex and individualized process, the following approaches can be beneficial. 1. Therapy. Seek professional help from a therapist experienced in trauma-focused therapy, such as cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, EMDR, or dialectical behavior therapy, DBT. 2. Self-care and coping strategies. Engage in self-care activities like exercise, mindfulness, journaling, and creative outlets to manage stress and regulate emotions. 3. Supportive relationships. Surround yourself with a supportive network of friends, family, or support groups who can provide understanding, validation, and empathy. 4. Trauma education. Educate yourself about trauma, its effects, and coping strategies. Understanding the nature of CPTSD can help in normalizing experiences and reducing self-blame. 5. Establishing safety. Create a safe and nurturing environment by setting boundaries, practicing self-compassion, and prioritizing self-care. 6. Medication. In some cases, medication may be prescribed to manage symptoms such as anxiety, depression, or sleep disturbances. Consult with a psychiatrist for appropriate recommendations. Complex post-traumatic stress disorder, CPTSD, is a debilitating condition that can have a profound impact on a person's life. It arises from prolonged or repeated trauma, leading to a range of symptoms including emotional dysregulation, hyperarousal, dissociation, and negative self-perception. CPTSD affects various aspects of life, including relationships, work, self-perception, and physical health. Healing from CPTSD is a journey that requires patience, support, and a multifaceted approach. Seeking therapy from trauma-informed professionals, practicing self-care, building a supportive network, educating oneself about trauma, establishing safety, and considering medication if necessary are all crucial steps in the healing process. Remember, healing from CPTSD takes time and effort, but it is possible. With the right support, tools, and self-compassion, individuals can reclaim their lives, develop resilience, and cultivate a future filled with hope and fulfillment. You are not alone in this journey, and there is always hope for healing and growth. By 𝗨ഹി𝗱𝗲𝗍𝗧𝗧, Knowledge is Power.